Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, round one of playoffs is over. I'm actually excited this week. I think this is the first time I've made playoff content in like 2 or 3 seasons. Usually I'm burnt out by this time in the season, and I'm not yet, so that's good. That's awesome. And we have more teams, more games to go over, which is great. Probably means I'm going to talk more than normal, which is bad, because that means I have to edit more than normal. And if I have to edit more, I might not be able to get it done by Tuesday. So hopefully this is up Tuesday. If it doesn't go up Tuesday, you watch this on Wednesday, this is why I'm calling it right now at the start of the video. But let's jump into it right now. Another thing I forgot to mention is that because we have less series, but these series can go to more games, I potentially have more stuff to edit as well. So it might be a longer video than normal. But anyway, we got Snow Cones versus 2 Boots. Game 1, we had 2 Boots drafting Coddle, Monkey Cane, Bristleback, Undyne, and Wind Ranger. Okay, if I know anything from watching pro level pubs, is that Monkey Cane is very good right now. I'm not a huge fan of the Bristleback. Interesting. Oh, I guess Finley Coddle with Bristleback's pretty good. Middle Wind Ranger, yeah, they just first 2 picked it. I must think it's pretty strong. Undyne gives the team fight. It's actually not a bad team comp. You don't have great wave push other than like Coddle. Snow Cones, they went with a Lena, Mid Lena, Faceless Void, Nyx Assassin, Ancient Apparition, and Axe. Okay, so other than this Lena, you don't have a lot of wave clear, but there's a pretty clear team fight wombo combo here, and you can put damage into the chrono, which I like. Another thing is this wombo combo doesn't take forever on cooldown, right? Because AA ulti is like, what, 2 seconds? Not even. It's like 40 seconds. And Axe, you can just blink call. So realistically, you can do that, pick off all the time you want. I actually like AA against Bristle as well. I think I like, but their supports don't have wave clear. I hate when supports don't have wave clear. I think I like Snow Cones draft a little bit better though. I don't really like the Bristle, even with Coddle. I just don't think it's that strong right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like Snow Cones a little bit better, but I actually really do like 2 Boots as well.
Dire structures are fortified.
I don't think they need tower top. I think he could stay and push that tower. Oh yeah, what a chrono in the background by Ziggy on his signature hero. I guess you did need the Lena. Where's the tombstone? That was a full duration tombstone? Alright, game 2, Snow Cones versus 2 Boots. We got Tara on the mid Luna, a carry Spectre, offlane Viper, no, 4 position Viper, 5 position Venge, and 3 position Axe. Jeez, I cannot talk. This is wicked greedy. Don't know how I feel about this. 2 Boots went with the Faceless Void. I think they have the Void now. They flip-flopped. Tide Hunter, so 2 huge cooldowns for team fights here. You don't necessarily need to expend both of them in a team fight, which is kind of good. I kind of like that. Snapfire, Dan Rather on the Quap, and then the mid DP. So you got Tower Push, you got okay wave clear with Death Prophet and Snapfire. Even kind of Quap to an extent, but you have to be in the creep wave. Or just level 25, you just dagger and then walk away. This is really greedy. I don't know how I feel about the mid Luna against a Death Prophet. I think Death Prophet definitely wins that. There's no one, I don't know when they picked this Spectre 18. There's no one on 2 Boots that really hate being in the backline and having Spectre gone on them, other than like Snapfire. But even then, Snapfire can fight in the middle of a fight because her regular spell is just not her ulti. Faceless Void likes to be in there, Tide Hunter likes to be in there, Quap likes to blink in, be in there, and even Death Prophet likes to be in there. So I actually don't like this Spectre pick. And I think that like 2 Boots just don't care. Their draft just doesn't care about the Spectre haunt and being on the back line, which is what Spectre does best. So I think I like 2 Boots draft a little bit better. They do have a lot of cooldowns here with their 3 cores, but if you stagger them, you can team fight whenever you want. If you do Ravage, DP ulti, and then Chrono, Snapfire ulti, and Quap ulti, or like mix it in, yeah, you can have 2 team fights, and then the other one will come up. So I like 2 Boots draft. Oh boy, I kind of messed that up. I don't really feel like restarting the clip though. Good chrono by Shu. Dude, the bash of Shu's getting his nuts. Finley just came back in time too for that.
much.
Gotta pick a target though. They just gotta go on one. Oh, Ziggy almost juked him too. Max gets the blink out.
That was not helpful.
Game 3. We got 2 Bootstrapped and a Winter Wyvern. Anti-Mage. I don't really like him right now. I think I said that week to week. He's just probably gonna be good and then I'm gonna be wrong, but whatever. Tide Hunter, Bounty Hunter I like. I know Dan Rathers likes the Bounty Hunter. And a Mid-Venge. I don't know if I like that. I know Alruser plays some funky mids sometimes. I don't know if I like the Venge. Snow Cones went with Mid-Juggernaut. Gyrocopter I don't think is that good right now unless you have an IO. 4-position Rubik. 5-position Spirit Breaker. 3-position Slardar. This is very pub build. Or team. This is something that like you get in an all pick just because people just want to play whatever they want, and then they're like, oh, I guess I'll 5-position, but I want to play this hero. I don't know. The Wyvern isn't necessarily a great pick, right? I think Wyvern's really good against like Faceless Void, for instance, or like Wyvern has her games where she's really good. I don't necessarily think this is a great Wyvern game. I think there are better supports just in the game. I would have rather seen. Doesn't have the best wave clear. It does have decent wave clear, but that's all your wave clear is this Wyvern. Then again, there's not much here other than like Gyrocopter, Rubik. Yeah, I don't think he even got Axe. 35 minutes, didn't get Axe. 4-position Rubik. Tough one, boys, tough one. I think I'm gonna go with 2 boots just because I like the Bounty Hunter. I don't like the Mid-Venge. I don't like the Wyvern pick. Tide Hunter's decent enough in lane that you can run with the Bounty Hunter, so I like that. I think Animage is kind of greedy. Not greedy, but I just don't like the spot he's in. And then you can kind of go on mid-jug. Yeah, I think I like 2 boots a little bit better. Uh-oh, what's going on mid? Ooh, good Winner's Curse. I guess there is a lot of melee heroes, so Winner's Curse isn't bad. I don't know how Tar's still alive. You guys gotta kill the healing ward.
That was gutsy going back in for Tar, because he does not have life steal. Granted, he has radiance now.
I think these are 2 teams that are really good, and they know when they're ahead, and they're able to keep it. Both teams had one game where they were ahead, they kept their advantage, and then Snowcones had the third. Yeah, I mean, both these teams are good. I think 2 boots are kind of in a bad spot just because they got sent to the lower bracket, and I think the way the lower bracket's set up is bad for upper bracket teams because it's a best of 1. And I think these lower bracket teams have a better chance of winning a best of 1 against an upper bracket team than a best of 3. So that's unfortunate, but it's how the tournament's set up this year. So very good series overall. It went to 3 games. You love to see it. All right, second series, we got Volsel versus Wards and Base. I think this also goes to 3 games. Volsel went with Underlord, Clockwork, Sniper, Ursa, and Winter Wyvern again. I don't think Winter Wyvern's that good, but it's been picked up twice now by 2 different teams, so maybe it is. I think Underlord's really good. Clockwork isn't the best to pair with an Underlord. I think Underlord likes like ranged supports that can also harass. But the way Underlord works is because Clockwork's not a good laner. Actually, Clockwork is a pretty good laner, but you can just push the lane to a tower, and then it's fine. Kind of works like Darkseer. Middle Sniper, not sure how that goes. Ursa, I think, is pretty good. Going to Wards and Base, they went with Ogre, Ember, Nyx, Jug, and Tide Hunter. So is this the 5 melee strat? Looks like the 5 melee strat. That's probably why Winter Wyvern was picked. I guess it was picked after 3 melee, but I mean, you can literally get a 5-man Winter Wyvern call just from this lineup. Ursa's really good against melee. Ember's kind of shifty though, so you don't really have great lockdown for Ember, so Ember can kind of run rampant. I think I would have liked a Storm Spirit or Void Spirit instead, because it's the same kind of thing, just a little bit more mobility. But this guy went 13, 1, and 16 on this Ember Spirit, so I think I like Volsel Strapped a little bit better. I like the Underlord, I like the Wave Push. Wards and Base don't really have any Wave Push, other than like a Ember Sleight of Fist. Ogre's W, I think, might kill the range creep. I don't think it kills the whole wave. So I think I like Volsel Strapped a little bit better. So Wards and Base is just splitting up the map here. They don't want to take a 5v5 fight. Or do they? Is this Underlord just dead? No, he's got Greaves. No, the Lord is dead. I lied.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. This is causing physical.
Dude, what a spread out fight. Holy moly. The bash. And you're fighting it in base, so wards in base have buybacks they can use. Game 2, we have Sladar, Ricky, Warlock, Outward, Destroyer, and Clockwork. So this is what I was hearing in the, or I was reading in the Discord. So this is a middle Ricky and a carry OD. I don't really know. I guess OD is pretty good right now. I don't know if middle Ricky's good, but 8-7. Wards and base went with Ogre, Jakiro, Pango, PL, and Timbersaw. They first phased the PL. I don't really know if Volsel did enough to draft against the PL. I guess OD's pretty good against PL. That being said, Volsel's not great wave clear. Wards and base have Jakiro, Pango to an extent, but Wards and base is really greedy here. These 3 cores, I mean, these are really greedy cores. I don't really like the lack of wave clear on Volsel's draft. I think maybe instead of Clockwork or Slardar, you pick someone with more wave clear, because that seems to be... Clockwork and Slardar both kind of do the same thing. So if you substitute one of those with, I don't know, some wave clear, so like you substitute the Slardar with an Underlord, or you substitute the Clockwork with Lena. I know Lena's not that great right now, but something like that that can just burst down waves, I would like this draft a lot more. I think Fatal Bonds into OD ulti is actually nuts. I think that sounds gross. I think the PL kind of counters the Fatal Bonds. I just think Warden's base is too greedy, so I think I'm going to go with Volsel again. Did I do Volsel twice? I do like OD. I think OD is pretty good right now. Ricky's pretty good. I just think this draft needs more wave clear before I'm like, great draft. I think this draft's too greedy. I think you can't be fighting SPL right now. Just go jungle somewhere. Give up your towers. Is this what is this a 4v5? Get the slider. Clockwork hook onto the Ogre. Is he just gonna die now, the Clockwork? Uh-oh. Wow, another weird fight, just very spread out. Both these team fights have been really spread out. Game 3. Volsel, this guy's playing Slardar again. Ember Spirit, I think was drafted by the other team one time. Grimstroke, I guess, is pretty good right now. Wraithking's pretty good still. I don't know, his win rate is 55% basically. And Witch Doctor's now becoming support as well. Solid. Yeah, solid. Not great wave clear. You got like Grimstroke and Sleight of Fist. Wards and base, Shaman, Lena, Troll, Clockwork, Doom. I really like this. I like this draft a lot, actually. You got really good initiation with the Clockwork. You got a good tank in Doom. You got good wave clear with Lena, and to an extent Shaman. I think Troll's a really good carry right now as well. You don't really, I guess, actually I think this is a really good axiom. Maledict, I don't know if you can get that off. The chains, I don't know what they're called. Slardar ulti, I think that's a pretty good Troll game. Yeah, I think I like Warden base draft. I know they lost, but I like their draft a little bit more.
The Rune of Illusion.
Why are you so zoomed out? Oh, he doomed an illusion? That's unfortunate. Good ulti by Troll on like 1 HP. Good stun though, whoever stunned him. This Clockwork wants it. Are they just gonna go on? Yeah. Is this an offlane Wraithking? No. I thought he played offlane. Is he gonna kill him? He might have been able to kill him. I don't know how much damage he does. Oh my god, the fight's still going. US East refugee. How is this fight still going? Use that. Aww. Not that it really mattered. What a long fight. Very interesting series. So, went to 3 games. Game 2 was over in 22 minutes. Game 1 was closer, it was 46. And Game 3 was 47-minute lead. They had 30k net worth at one point, and then they just kept dying. Probably trying to take racks, I guess. But their lead was just too much. Very interesting series. I really hope that wasn't an offlane Wraith Cane, boys. Don't do that to me. But yeah, good series now. Wards and Base is in the lower bracket. I think they're playing winner of that other series, Mittances versus Maroon. Yeah, Mittances versus Maroons. The winner of that series will end up playing Wards and Base Prodigy. So, alright, third series of the day. We got Mittances versus Marathon Link Forever Young. MTL went with Lich, Bane, Medusa, Tidehunter, and Invoker. Okay, so they went with, I think they usually have the weird mids. This time they played Invoker mid. I was gonna say, I think Medusa's a little greedy, and I look over, and Mittances just must have made it their mission to kill this Medusa as many times as possible, or this Kino. Poor Kino, dude. I've been in games like that. That sucks. I think what happens is, I don't know, let's see. Mittances went with Viper, Sniper, Witch Doctor, Tusk, and Wraith Cane. Okay. So it must have been, what, Viper and Tusk in the offlane against Medusa Lich? Oh, the Sniper had 18 kills. He drew. He must have just rotated. Mr. Fahrenheit's playing mid? I thought he was 5 position. What's going on with the Mittances, dude? They're just changing up all their positions. I don't know what their plan is. It must have just been a bunch of rotations bought to just screw with this Medusa, take that tower, and then continue to... I mean, he still had 15k net worth, but... What probably happened is, because he was so far behind, he had to take the safest farm, which probably screwed over his offlaner and his mid, who both are pretty greedy cores. Or not, I mean, Tidehunter isn't necessarily greedy, but like he likes to hit Ancients, but he can't because he needs Medusa to hit it, so. Not much Bane can do either from behind. Bane's like a snowball hero as well. I just don't love the spot Lich is in. Which draft do I like better? I think I like Mittances draft. I just think this core duo is too greedy, and you have no way to like start fights in the early game until Tidehunter just becomes unkillable. How do you start fights? So I guess he went Blink Dagger. So until he gets a Blink Dagger, first 15 minutes of the game, you're just static. There's no way to really gank other than like a Bane walking up, sleeping you, having everyone run up, but by that time you can have TP rotations. Mittances have an initiator early game with Tusk. Sniper probably rotate a bunch. I don't know, but I think I like their draft a little bit better.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They're fighting on a ward, watch out. How far ahead are they? It looks like... Had a full duration ulti onto the sniper and it just didn't matter. That's unfortunate. Oh, poor Kino, dude. Let him live, Mercury. You didn't have to do it to him. Game 2. This one seemed to be 20 minutes closer. MTL went with Spectre, Witch Doctor, Clockwork, Necrophos, and AA. So this is where the weird picks come in. They went with mid Clockwork again. This guy really likes that. Okay. I know he just goes like 2 hoods sometimes, so I still don't know what they build into. Necrophos I haven't seen in a very long time. Again, you don't have like the initiating support, so I guess Clockwork can kind of do it as a mid, but then that relies heavily on him rotating around the map early, because neither of these guys can start fights in the early game. Mittances, they went with middle Invoker, Dazzle, 4 position Shadow Demon, offlane Axe, and carry Wraith Cane. I mean, you kind of suffer from the same things I'm talking about up here with these supports not being able to start fights. If you get an early Blink Dagger and Axe, which I don't know what time he got it. It was probably like 15 minutes. You can kind of do it. I know he likes Axe a lot. Looks like the Viper was the problem last game. he drew mid against the Clockwork. I feel like, again, Clockwork's probably not a bad mid matchup against Invoker. I don't know. I don't really like Necro right now. I think they have a decent amount of... Well, and by a decent amount, I mean I think Invoker can deal with the Necro. Spectre, they do have a couple backliners that Spectre can really jump on. I like that. Yeah, actually, I think I like Mary Todd Lincoln's drafts. If this Clockwork is farmed, I think you should be able to kind of stomp them before the Wraith King comes online. I could see how that would work if you get an early level 6. I just think if you replace this, you don't have great wave clear. I guess neither do them, but you replace this Ancient Apparition or this Necrophos with another Initiator, I think your draft's like really good. This game went an hour 4 minutes, so I must have been really close, but yeah, I think I like Mary Todd Lincoln's draft there. This flicker cooldown is insane. This man says it's time to fight. You know, getting a full duration ulti off almost. Spectre dies on the back lines. Buyback though. Good shallow grave. Is actually gonna get out? He's got 20 HP at one point. Well, this Wraith King's just in deep. Good call again by this axe. This dude plays a pretty good axe. This is ridiculous. Oh, he's definitely dead. Yep, just leave him. So, interesting series. I think the Mittenses were so low ranked because the Gophers 2-0'd them. I think that's in part because I don't think Mr. Fahrenheit played. I think Mr. Fahrenheit's a pretty good player. One thing to note about the Mittenses is I literally have no idea who plays what position. They just do whatever they want, and then it's really hard to scout for them. So Mr. Fahrenheit played mid this week. I think it just depends on who shows up to the games. But yeah, very interesting series. I think I had Mary Todd Lincoln winning that one, so I'm kind of surprised. I don't think Mary Todd Lincoln played bad. I think Mittenses just decided to show up this week. I think they were kind of memeing all season, if I'm being honest, because I thought they were pretty good, but who knows. Series number 4, we got the Victorious Secrets playing against each other. 6-player versus Mog. Let's see. What the heck name is this? I can't even pronounce that. Anyway, Snapfire, Centaur, Lifestealer, Night Stalker, and Dazzle. So, these cores are heroes that you just don't see a lot of anymore. I think Lifestealer actually goes pretty well with both of them. They both want to brawl. I think these two supports want to sit on the back line. You have enough initiation that you don't need initiating support. There's really no wave clear than Snapfire, so that's kind of meh. Or once you get Ags on the Night Stalker, that kind of wave clear. I don't know how good these heroes are right now, though. Don't know. I guess Lifestealer's meh, but I know it's a pie hero. Mog went with Treant Protector, Faceless Void, Invoker, Underlord, and Jakiro. So this wave clear into how they have no tower pushers, you're never going to take a tower against Mog. You just won't take a tower. And they have better team fight. So you have to pick off, and then they still can just, if you don't pick off the heroes, like, how do you take a tower? Ever. How do you take objectives? How do you take Roche? How do you take any objectives? I think I like Mog's draft better. They have way better wave clear, better team fight. Yeah, it's just hard for me to see this lineup beating this lineup. I like this draft better. Yeah, they think they're Roshan. But this team fight literally changed the game. It was like a cliff. This Night Stalker's just going in. Night Stalker, I guess, is pretty good against Invoker, actually. Not a bad chrono. Ooh, Jakiro. Not bad. Kind of an early grave. He's just going in on that Invoker. This Lifestealer's doing work. Jakiro already used most of his spells, doesn't really need it. Night Stalker went down. This Lifestealer has a BKB and they're just 4v5ing. This dude's just gonna kill him in the background. The Invoker's dead, but this Void is pretty farmed. The Centaur is killing everyone, but the Void can just kill him. They're barely escaping with their life. Snapfire's gotta leave too. Dang. I think that was really well played by the Void. And Roche spawned. Wow. unluckiest timing for 6-player. If Roche was up like a minute earlier, 6-player win that fight. Because after the fight, wow. That's a game changer. That's what changed the game. And I had my camera on. My bad, boys. Game number 2, we have Jakiro PL this time. Mid-Nature's Prophet, offlane Toad Hunter, and an Earthshaker. Okay, this lane is really weak. Earthshaker can't do anything in lane, and Tide Hunter is not someone that's really a great laner. He is in the sense that it's really hard to kill him with physical damage. So he can sit in creep waves, but you can harass him down, especially if you have someone that can't lane with him like Earthshaker. And then 6-player went with Tusk, Medusa, Undying, Shaman, and Luna. So mid Luna, offlane Tusk, offlane Tusk. Carry, I mean, it's not even. It's a 3 protect 2, but I don't think either of them are able to fight early. I think these two are too greedy. I mean, even with these guys, I don't think... you might be able to fight 3v4 or 3v5 with these 3. Actually, you might be able to if you get an early enough lead. Maybe they were... Yeah, I think they were freaked out by the PL, and they tried to pick people that could hit illusions really well. I actually don't think you have to worry that much about that. I think if you play early and you win hard early, then you don't have to worry about it. This mid NP went off. Holy moly. 17, 3, and 9. Wave clear wise, 6-player has decent amount. Mog has Chikiro, and that's kind of it. I mean, I guess you have the treants from Nature's Prophet. Yeah, so how do you deal with the trees? I guess you have to send Luna back. Luna's the only one that can deal with these trees, or I guess Medusa. And then you just take a team fight when they're not there. I think I gotta go with Mog again. I really like the Jakiro. Shaman's pretty good. Nature's Prophet can kind of deal with the wards though, and even PL to an extent. Yeah, I think I gotta go with Mog.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think that's the fight. This guy really likes to be zoomed out.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Fallen tower has fallen. He would never play that. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they basically team wiped them here.
Axe observes carnage underway at Radiant's top tower. Radiant's
Basically
top
team
tower
wiped them.
has
They're going for the win.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used
Mog
to
thinks
be.
they can just win, and then all the buybacks come in.
If Dire's middle tower was worth a damn, it would still stand before it.
And they try to... Oh, the PL leaves. Oh, whoa. They were base racing. I didn't even see.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Axis attempted to join the fray.
Wow. What a crazy team fight. I wish I had known that they were base racing. That is crazy. Dude, that last game was crazy. They were base racing right here. I didn't even know it. I missed it. Kind of. I kind of showed it. The Luna almost won. They had the PL and Natty P had to get back. So, yeah, I thought the series would go to 3 games. Mog played pretty well. I think these are 2 pretty close teams, and then, you know, both games Mog just had a slight edge, so GG's, good series. I think we play Mog in a best of 1 on Thursday. Alright, so this is a little awkward. I definitely made the lobby, and I definitely forgot to ticket game 2, which is so weird. Apparently, it isn't just automatically ticketed when you make the same lobby with all the same people with all the same settings. So that's on me. In my defense, I did not have. I only hosted 1 lobby this season. So that's why. This is game 2. No, because I ticketed game 1. I know I ticketed game 1. I know for a fact I ticketed game 1. Yeah, here's game 1. Alright, boys. So it turns out I didn't forget to ticket the games. I actually just didn't make it a series somehow. I think I didn't put the match ID into the series thing in between games. I don't know. Anyway, that's what happened. So I did ticket both games. I just am an idiot. Alright, game 1. Gators had Oracle, Slark, Huskar, Underlord, and Earthshaker. I think we are lacking wave clear. We have Underlord, and that's about it. I think Slark and Huskar both kind of do the same thing, so we probably could have gone with something different there. I really like the Slark pick, honestly. Anyway, I'll get into it. Dingoes went with Bloodseeker, Skywrath Mage, Jakiro, Ursa, and Monkey King. So these 3 heroes, to me, these cores, all kind of do the same thing. I really like the Bloodseeker pick because it's pretty good against Slark, because so I can't regen when he's low health, and it's honestly good against Huskar because he zooms around. The issue is they had it in the offlane role, so he couldn't really get farmed. I mean, he had Atos and Spirit Vessel. So it's hard for him to get farmed and kill everyone on the backline when the Huskar is low, or when the Slark is low and can't regen. So I think they missed out a little bit if they had picked it earlier, but then again, I mean, if they had picked it here and then picked a different offlaner instead of Ursa, I think he played fine on Ursa though. I think we picked the Huskar because they banned all his other mids, so like, I guess we'll just pick the Huskar. It went well with Oracle. Fun fact, Armlet still drains health in Oracle ulti, which I did not know before this game. But yeah, I'm pumped I ticketed both games. I was surprised. But anyway, which lineup do I like better? I think I like ours better just because I think they need some sort of... I mean, they have wave clear here, but I think they need some sort of team fight or something with these cores. They all kind of do the same thing. They just want to be in your face and fight. Monkey King has team fight, but I don't know. I think I like our draft a little bit better. I'm probably biased. I think I'm biased because I really like any draft with Oracle as long as we have wave clear, which we didn't have a lot of. I would have way rather had Lena here than Earthshaker, but they banned the Lena. Yeah, I see him. He just tries to kill me. How dare you? Their whole team's coming, actually. I mean, it's looking pretty good for them. Unreal. I mean, that's pretty satisfying to watch. Everyone, all 7 of these heroes just die. And then it's just me and their 2 supports. Everyone just dies. So game 2, but also I think the reason this switched up is because the dingoes are big dingoes here and dingo boys here. So it's 2 different series. Game 2, they went with Spirit Breaker, PA, Warlock, Dragon Knight, and Tide Hunter. Okay, so anyway, I'll say our team and then I'll go over this game. We had Venomancer, Lena, Kunkka, Troll, and Underlord. I don't know if I love the Kunkka pick. I would have liked something with a little bit better team fight. I think we had decent enough wave clear as is and tower pushing. We lacked a little bit of catch, which Kunkka kind of fixed. I think like there's some better heroes. We had RO914 stand in for us this series. I think I might have given away some stuff about our team and how we work. I don't remember though, so hopefully he doesn't remember either. One thing about the Dingo Boys is I think they played really well in the laning stage this game. Normally, whenever we play, I feel like me and my carry get a kill, at least in lane, or 2 or 3. And I don't think we did this laning stage. I mean, I have to double check. Not until 10 minutes. We didn't kill anyone on their team for 10 minutes, so they had a really good early game. I know I was nervous coming out of the landing stage, like, oh, these guys, like, we haven't killed them. They probably have a gold advantage. We just have to play smart around the map. I think we ended up doing okay. This PA just kept killing Nick on Lena. It seemed like every team fight, he'd blink in and kill Nick. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I don't necessarily think I love our draft. I think their draft's pretty solid as well. You can 4v5 really well with this, and a protect 1 with the PA while PA gets farmed. I actually kind of like Warlock. I think this build on the Dragon Knight wasn't very good. The 18-minute Agnum Scepter, I guess, so we were talking about it after the game. I guess Ags only upgrades your ulti when you're level 3. So level 1 and 2. Until you're level 18, you have level 3 ultimate, it doesn't even upgrade it, so it's kind of useless. So I would have liked him to get something else other than the Agnum Scepter here. I know it's a really early Agnum Scepter and it's good stats, but there's so many other items I think he should have got. Yeah, I thought we were going to kill the Spirit Breaker so many times in lane. I was like, he's going to charge us, we're just going to kill him. As soon as he charges us, Elijah, we just turn on him. I'll slow him and then we kill him. And we just didn't. There were so many times we almost killed him, we just never killed him. I think they played really well in the lane stage. Normally, we either come out ahead or we'll win 1 lane hard and lose the other 2. And I think we drew all of them, so. They smoked? They did smoke. Broke his blink dagger, though. And that is why I stand up here when your team's Roshan as a 5 position. Just so anyone watching 5 positions know. Dude, this dude really just wants to kill me, and I'm sad. Oh, I don't know how I dodged that Ravage. Ah! This is what I sound like in comms right now. Help! Help, guys! Help! I watched this. I looked on the Dota buff. There's not really like any good team fights in this game. It was all like kind of spread out team fights like that or pickoffs. Like no single team fight where one team wiped the other. I'm kind of surprised because you look at like the team fight that Dingoes have. It's really good. Even our team fight's not bad. It just the team fights never worked out to team wipe anyone. All right. Overall, I had a lot of fun that series. I actually really liked the Dingoes. Dingo boys, big Dingoes, one and the same. I think it was very fun playing with them before the lobby, in between games. I think they were just a good group of guys. I really enjoyed it. I thought they were gonna beat us in 3 games. I think we kind of just got we kind of just held our advantage pretty well, or not held our advantage, but pushed it really well. Had good rotations early game. I think that's what won us this game, and then the other game. I know this game was definitely close. Like it could have gone either way. That team fight was at 20 minutes, and then I guess we had a good one at 23, something like that. Must have been a Roche fight or something. And then we just held our advantage. So, I mean, like I said, great group of guys. I had a lot of fun playing with them. Yeah, Dingoes. So good news. I thought this game wasn't ticketed. It was ticketed, so we can do this real quick. Maroon had Monkey King, Broodmother, Night Stalker, Rubik, and Io. Interesting. Io had the Agnum Scepter. And Gophers had Troll, Viper, Bristle, Phoenix, and Shaman. I wonder how many times these two teams have played against each other. I know there's different UMNs like in Contender and moving up, but it's very interesting to me. I like the Wave Clear of Viper. I don't really like the Bristleback. I like the Shaman. I actually think Phoenix is coming up right now. They don't have a lot of Wave Clear here, but that's not how you're going to win. You're going to win this game by just putting on pressure and taking towers and before they're ready. So this is a greedy draft, and this draft deals with that pretty well. So I think I like Maroon's draft better. I don't know if I love the Io pick. I guess Io's okay. I don't really know. I feel like they're better supports with better wave clear, but then again, he's just buffing his carry. He's getting a heart. Yeah, so I think I like Maroon's draft a little bit better. Game 1. Gophers are 19k down, but they still look to be taking decent fights. I mean, that fight in the jungle literally 5 minutes ago went pretty well for them. They're Russian. Yeah. They know it. They're just going in. The Shaman's dead. Good Shaman. Good Phoenix ulti. I think there's just too. That was a really good fight by Gophers. I think Maroon's just too far ahead that it's tough for you to. Yeah, tough. Honestly, good fight though. Game 2. Gophers have Faceless Void, Death Prophet, Darkseer, Pugna, and Crystal Maiden. Okay, so there's a little bit of D-synergy between Faceless Void and Pugna, if you're not careful. Overall, pretty solid draft though. I like it. Maroon with Anti-Mage, Axe, Earth Spirit, Lich, and Puck. So you got an aggressive 4 position, kind of safe 5 position. You don't have great wave clear here other than the Puck. Like I said, I don't really know how I feel about Anti-Mage right now, but they don't really have any way to deal with an Anti-Mage split push, so it's not a bad pick. You can kind of 4v5 here. I mean, you do a bunch of damage early game with Earth Spirit. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like this D push, but you can't really deal with the Anti-Mage unless you chrono him. But then you're going to need other people there to help deal damage. I like the Gophers draft, but I just don't think they have any way to deal with Anti-Mage, so I think I'm going to go with Maroon's draft. I have several questions.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they're committed on this AM. Good ulti. I think you killed yourself on the Puck there. Good ulti by the CM though. Oh, I missed the Darkseer. Alright, this series went kind of how I'd expected it. I'm glad I got to see them play UMN versus UMN. I don't know how many times they've played before. I hope that it was some friendly games. Fortunately, the Gophers' run comes to an end. I loved to see them win last week. I was hoping they would win this week. That would have been great, but Maroon's just too good. GG's. Okay, I have the predictions locked and loaded. So we'll have 6 games this week. These 2 will be best of 3, and then these 4 will be best of 1. Harpies versus Snow Cones. I think Harpies will win 2-0. Volsel versus Ankenny. I think it's going to be a 3-game series. I think Volsel surprises us and takes a game off Anken. That would be lit. I went 3 for 6 last week, so maybe. IG versus Mog. I'll probably give the edge to Mog. I think they had a better regular season, but I hope we win. I think Two Boots beats whoever they play regardless, so I don't think it matters. I think Two Boots is pretty good. I think they'll beat us or Mog. Yeoman versus Mittenses. In a 1-game series, this is actually, I don't know. Because how do you prepare for the Mittenses when they're mixing around roles as much as they do? I'll give the edge to Maroon because I think they've had a better season, but I would not be shocked at all if Mittenses win that. And I think Wib is better, so I think they will 1-0 either team. That's my prediction. Yeah, I guess this is the last time I will have made a video talking about everyone this season. So I hope everyone had a really good season. I had a lot of fun. I think the Swiss format did great, making good games every week. And I think it was like a really good season. I think everyone was great. Like I didn't have any games against people where I'm like, wow, they're so toxic. Like I don't like them. Where I have before in AD2L. So far everyone has been great. I've really enjoyed playing. Thank you for playing though. And this goes again to everyone next week and the week after and so on and so forth until the season's over. I really hope everyone strongly considers coming back again next season. You have teams like Snow Cones, Mittenses, and us that have been playing for years. Even Harpies have been playing for probably a full year now every season. These teams that can come back, I think if we continue to do this league is only going to grow. And for like 2 or 3 seasons, when we finally got an Archon League, we had 6 teams, and it was like you knew everyone, you knew who was going to win the league, and then you were like, okay, maybe this team can take off a game from these guys in the championship or something. Now with 14 teams, there's such a different spread that it feels like there's games for every skill level in the Archon bracket. And like every team realistically has a chance, and yeah, there's a little bit of a spread, but teams will still win games and have fun. So obviously, the more teams we have, the more fun it'll be. But I just hope everyone had a great season. They had fun, and they seriously consider coming back for next season because I know it'd be great to have everyone back. With that said, I'm going to wrap up playoffs week 1. Rankings doesn't really matter because all that matters is if you win or lose. Good games to everyone. I hate this next week with the best of ones. I think I've talked about that a little bit earlier and how it kind of screws upper bracket teams and how it's like really hard to prepare for each other, and it's gonna be really hectic this Thursday. But GG's guys, thanks for playing. If you don't watch another video this season, I'm not gonna be mad, but thank you guys for tuning in all season long. It's actually made making content fun, so thank you guys. Hopefully we see everyone again soon, and good luck, have fun to all the teams remaining.